Hi guys, and welcome to another Bootstrap 5 video. This is Jamie from System22 and webdesignandtechtips.com. Well, we had a question on one of our other Bootstrap 5 videos. Somebody was asking about how to move the actual logo up there, their logo image. It's pretty easy to do. I'm not sure where they wanted to move it, but I'll show you a few options. I'm using Google Chrome here with the great inspector tools. So I'm going to right click on it, hit inspect. That's going to bring up our inspector down here. Let's pull it up so we can see everything nicely. Okay, that's taken us to our image logo right here. But we want to go just above to where it says navbar-brand, which is the class name for it. And as you can see, it's pulled it up over here. As long as you've got elements selected on the left hand side, you'll have HTML. And if you've got styles selected on the right hand side, you'll have CSS. And there's various options. Yours might be over to the right hand side, mine's down the bottom. You can have it on the right, or you can float it, just in case yours doesn't look the same. Okay, so say we want to move that a little bit to the left. What I'm going to do is just click on here. I'm going to say margin dash left colon. Let's give it -50, and that'll pull it to the left by -50 pixels. Semicolon. And if I toggle it off, you'll see that's pulled it left by -50 pixels. You could do the same on the right, but that would pull it over top of the menu there, and you'd have to adjust the menu, which is easy enough. If you wanted to move it up, let's say margin top dash top, and again we'll give it -50, and that's pulled it up by 50 pixels. If you wanted to push it down, just make that a positive value, and it's pushed it down by 50 pixels. Now if we go in, let's just turn that one off, get it back to the middle again. If I change that to right, and I put some margin right, say -50 pixels again, got some margin right here, so it's blanked it out. If I turn that off, you see it pulls it over the menu there. Or the other, you could override it by adding after the pix value there, you could override it by putting exclamation mark important, and that would override the one below there. Don't like to use important if I don't have to, but in this case you'd probably have to. But then you'd have to readjust your menu. So if we click on our menu here, here it is. We'd have to add a bit of extra padding on the left hand side of that. Padding left. That's pushed it over for us. But of course all this coding in Chrome is very good, but it's not permanent. So anytime you want to actually write it, and we'll do this in a moment, we need to put it in our text editor and save it in our index file. For anybody that doesn't know, when we created our file, if you've got your Bootstrap, you've got your root folder here, which is where you keep your files. We're keeping our images in there. There's the images for the slider and the logo there. And the index.html is what we've got open here in our text editor. And to make anything permanent, if you're using a separate CSS file, you need to write it in there, or in our case here, we've got a style sheet up here, so I'll show you how to make it permanent. So let's just refresh this page. And what I'm going to do is go in and we'll move that, say 100 pixels to the left again. So I'm going to inspect that one. And navbar-brand. And let's go over here. There's navbar-brand. I'm going to drop down by simply left clicking on there. I'm going to say margin left colon negative, let's say 100 pixels this time, and it's pulled it all back by 100 pixels there. Now to make it permanent, let's copy the navbar-brand there all the way from the dot to the margin left and the semicolon on the end there, Control C, and we'll go back to our text editor. Here's our on-page styles that we've created down here. Let's go down to near the bottom, to near the closing style tag there. I'm going to paste that in. Now we've got an opening curly bracket there. Whenever you've got an opening curly bracket there, you need a closing one. So all your styles for each thing need to be wrapped in an opening and a closing curly bracket. Now let's save this file. Control S, or go up to File and Save. Control S to save. If I go back to our site now and we refresh, that will stay exactly where it is. There we go. Okay, and you can put your logo in the middle if you want to. So let's go over and adjust this. Instead of minus 100 pixels, I'm actually going to give it positive 50%, which will put it in the middle. 50%. As you can see, that's in the middle there. Well, actually, the left-hand corner is right in the middle, and the logo's to the right. To make sure this is going to be dead center in the middle, we can use a bit of transform translate. So if I drop down one more, transform, colon, translate, open some round brackets with no gap, and in between the round brackets there, I'm going to say negative 50%. What that's going to do is pull it back by half of its width. So negative 50%. That is now smack bang in the middle of our website, which is just where we want it. So again, let's copy this. And just to demonstrate, if I refresh now, that'll pop back over to this side because we've not made it permanent. We can open our text editor, and either in your CSS file or in our on-page styles here, I'm going to paste that in there. I'm going to save it, Control S, back to the site. Now if I refresh, that's going to pop back over to the middle there, and that'll stay central on responsive devices as well. Let's just check that out. Let's roll this down a bit so we can see what's going on. Google Chrome's got a little responsive toggle over here. That's on an iPhone 12. As you can see, that's in the middle there. Let's have a look on an iPad. Again, we're in the middle again. It's a little small. Bring it up to 100%. Yep, that lines up in the middle of everything else there. And I don't know, let's try it on a non-Apple device. Don't even know what a Duo is, but again, it's going to stay in the middle. So there you go, guys. There's some positioning options for you if you want to move your logo around. Like I say, use negative margin if you want to pull it up, down, left or right, and use a bit of positive margin with a bit of transform translate if you want it to center. So I hope that's answered your question. I hope you found this useful today. If you have, please give it a thumbs up, ring the bell, comment, share, and subscribe to our YouTube channel. Once again, this has been Jamie from System22 and webdesignandtechtips.com. Thanks for watching. Have a great day.